Hey guys, this is Laurel. I hope you guys all had a great holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrated. My family and I had a great holiday, and it's just time for me to get back into it. So, it's a new year, right? So, what I want to do is just show you how I'm going to set up my journal for my bullet journal for 2018. Again, I'm going to be sticking with the Morpholio Journal app. And I'm going to show you the kit I'm using here. I'll put a picture of it up. It's a planner kit by Miss Tina. I can't remember the exact name, but it's a digital planner kit full of PDF files. And I've decided to go ahead and introduce those things into my journal to start off with. I'll still kind of make it my own, but I really love her style of her designs, and it's very colorful, and I am a really big fan of color. So I'm going to go ahead and use her kit in this video, and I will provide a link if you want to go ahead and pick this up for yourself. She has an Etsy shop that you guys can visit and pick this up if you want. The other thing I wanted to do was just I think one or two of my subscribers asked to show more detail about how I import images, PDFs or PNGs or JPEG files into my bullet journal, so I thought I would go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to kind of create a little title page. So and I'm going to bring in an object using one of those kit items from the planner kit. So I'm going to hit this little icon right here, the one that looks like a picture with a mountain and a sun in it, and I'm going to go to web. So the first thing you need to do here is you need to have a file sharing website online that you use, like Dropbox or Box.com or whatever one that you want to use. I'm personally going to use Dropbox, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a title page. So I've got my Dropbox, I opened my Dropbox account and I've clicked on an item, and this is the link for me to download this item. So that's the first step, is you need to, whatever item or picture you're gonna import in, you need to find it on your file sharing website, and you need to click on it. And so let me see, the one I actually want to do is I want to do a cover sheet, so I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these cute little things here, these title pages. Her designs are just so darn cute, so colorful. And so let me see here, and even though this says everyday planner, I think I'm going to modify this once we get into the journal a little bit more. So I really like this one. So to my journal. So after I brought it in, this is where you kind of size the document that you're going to bring in. I kind of showed this in another video. I just wanted to show it in more detail. So I'm going to go ahead, and if you can see around each of the corners of this bounding box that I've got, I'm going to fully try to get as much of this journal in here as I can. Might have to tweak it a little. Okay, and now if you look up here in the top left corner, you can see these little buttons, and I'm going to click that red check mark, and that's going to throw that into my journal. Okay, so here we are. So I don't really want this to be a notes section. I'd rather just have this be my key, so I'm going to go ahead and modify that right now using the pencil. See if I can find a... Alright, sorry there guys, I got just a little stumped figuring out what I was going to do. Now let's fix this little banner here. Using the China marker tool or pen we're just going to change this because I would rather have it say bullet journal rather than planner. So I'm just going to go over that. Okay guys, sorry it took me a minute to figure out what I was doing with this, and then I had to redo my part of my key page because some of it got deleted out. So now what I'm just going to do is work on this section right here. I colored this in with red that said everyday planner, and I'm just going to write bullet journal in there just to let you know. This is again from that same kit by Miss Tina, and what you can see here is I've got this is going to be my index set of pages. So I don't know that I'm going to write anything in here right now. I'll probably do that off camera and show you later. But this was actually a weekly notes thing. You can see here that this says weekly notes, and so this was the same on this side. So what I did was just took the white color and the regular pen, and I'm just kind of filling those in. I'm going to also color over weekly notes because I don't, this isn't weekly notes. This is my index. And I'm hoping that as I'm going along and doing this, that you guys can see that if you see an image like this that you really like, but it doesn't fit the bill exactly, with at least some of those times you can modify it and make it fit your needs, and it'll work out just fine. So that's what I'm doing here. And now what I'm going to do is go back up to the top and grab that white from the very first color palette, and I'm just going to kind of repeat the process with each of these with each of these little banner tags. Time, but I'm going to go to this second red, the second from the last color in the automotive palette, and I'm going to take it, and this is the color that I use to create my letters with, so I'm just going to go ahead and color that in. So I'm going to come back and finish this later so that we can move on. And so we're just going to turn the page. Okay, I'm not sure how much I got from the last clip, but apparently I didn't have the camera recording when I was doing my last segment. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If I'll have to go back and look, but if I didn't get it, I was trying to show you how to do these letters really fast, and I kind of, I wasn't recording. So what I'm just gonna do is erase one. I'll go up and erase this G, I think. Trying to be as careful as I can as I get closer to my divider line. This part's kind of tricky. Okay, so I'll just fix that line really fast and then we'll move on. I'm gonna take the pencil and just clean up that line. When we zoom out, you really won't see it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I kind of did this letter style. It's not one that I attribute to anybody. It's just kind of one that I'm doing just because I've watched so many, or practiced a few lettering styles, or several lettering styles, maybe I should say. I'll grab that same red, and I'm just going to draw my curve shape for my G. Come out here and add this little whoop-de-doo, and then I'll fill in the letter. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to show you how I make these little banners, just for those of you who don't know how to do it. So I didn't put one in this very last square, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to show you how to do it. And I'm going to go ahead, I think, so drawing, just kind of going along those dots on the top row and on this second row of dots here. Now what I'm going to do is, like I said before, I'm not going to come out here to the end of my little banner shape. I'm going to come just inside those two lines, not very far in. And then I'm going to repeat the exact same process, doing that on the other end. Now this is how you create your cute little banner. You're going to go from the top line, from the edge of that left side, and draw it over to the dot. Then you're going to take the same thing and draw it over here. Now you can see I messed up a tiny bit, and so I'm just going to go in with the eraser and fix that, and you can't even tell that it was there. And I'm going to go back and create those ends, those like a pinked end, or it looks like it has a little notch on the other side. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and I think that's great because I like things that look hand-drawn. It doesn't, sometimes I like straight lines, but a lot of times I also just like to keep it simple that way. So now I'm just going to go ahead and color that guy in. Okay, and then you have a cute little banner. Now I'm going to go ahead and pinch and zoom out a little bit. I'm going to color this in later, and again I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some white, I think, and fill in the months for each one of these, the months of the year for 2018. guys, and there's what the future log is going to look like for 2018. I'm pretty pleased with that, and I love the color. Sometimes I get really tired of all the black and white in bullet journals, so I love this color. Okay, so we're going to go to the next page. And again, here's a calendar. It's a year at a glance calendar that I got in this kit by Miss Tina. And again, I made modifications. I added the word year, which I'm going to go ahead and color in solid. And this said notes, and again, I colored over it with white and wrote at a glance there. And since the calendar didn't fit the page very well, with the stuff down here, I just put a quote. It's just something I've been thinking about. I don't attribute it to anybody. It's just some thoughts I've had in my head. A new start, a new year, a new you. And then this right here, I thought I would do for you. I'm going to schedule out. I'm going to make a grid with all the months of the year so that I can schedule out my YouTube videos and try and stay on track and get be more consistent in uploading. So I'm gonna head. Okay, and moving on from my calendar and my YouTube schedule, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I've done for a couple of my weeklies. This is the current month that I'm on, or the current week that I'm on, sorry. So there's that. And I kept the design pretty simple. I did add in some of those faux paper tears I demonstrated in a previous video. I'll link that for you again if you haven't seen it. And then I'm doing the last week in January, the first part of February. So this is my weekly spread for that. So I'm going to try to also film my Plan With Me February pretty quickly after this one, so I can get it up and so you guys can see it since February's already upon us. Alright, I think that is it. I will leave you guys pictures of the spreads at the end of this video as I normally do, and I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Alright guys.